on, guys? It's Jazzy. Today I'm here with...
Oh, I'm St. John.
Nice to meet you, Mr. St. John. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. I'm wearing pink. I feel great.
Well, you look great.
You look great, too. I like your hair like that. That's real cool.
Thank you. Well, you look fire today. I love your outfit. So, can you please explain to the camera what you're wearing and what inspired you to wear this outfit?
Well, we're at the Stella McCartney show, so I'm in, head to toe Stella McCartney, except for my New York little motif with the, the uptowns. But I'm in pink and then denim on denim on denim, because that's how I live. I like a little bit of salmon and I like denim on denim on denim.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I like that. And as I said, you look fire. I mean, I love the outfit.
You wear this?
Yeah.
This same size? I feel like you could pull off this same size,
Hey,
too.
maybe. I don't know about the same size. I can pull off the outfit. I don't know about the same size, though. I'm a little small.
No, you big, trust me.
So what are ways that you celebrate fashion with your style?
I think being comfortable and trying to always wear things that will fits me in not only physically but also in my way of thinking. I like to go out from the house and feel my outfit. I like to be comfortable and yeah.
Why was it so important for you to develop The Honest Company and offer consumers different non-toxic lifestyle products?
It was important for me to create a company around the ethics and values that I live by. I think everyone should have access to clean products and sustainable products, and very much Stella and I are aligned with those values. So it's cool to be here and support her during Fashion Week. We are kindred spirits for sure, wanting to do good for the people and help the planet.
If you could change one thing in the world, what would it be?
I'm an American, so if I could change one thing in the world, we have a lot of issues around gun control in the States, especially when it comes to kids in schools. So I know this isn't the most festive Fashion Week topic of conversation, but I'd love to get some sensible gun control in the States.
Yes, I agree with that. That's very important. I understand where you're coming from with that, because it shouldn't be that kids should have to go to school afraid that there's going to be not sensible gun control in school.
There's so many awesome kids like you, and I want you to go to school and only think about having fun, learning stuff, saving the world, making cruelty, vegan fashion like Stella McCartney, and you shouldn't have to think about anything else, especially your safety. So if I could change one thing, that would be it.
The one thing I would change in the world is try and create more empathy so that people can be more compassionate with one another, no matter where you're from or who you are. I just feel like we need more love and more empathy and more understanding.
Right, that's very important. Having empathy for other people. I feel like when someone has empathy for someone, they understand what they're going through.
Exactly.
And then everyone else can understand how everyone feels. And there'll be peace between everyone, and not war, and not arguments, and not badness. Not anything negative. It'll be all positive.
I agree with you. You're so smart. My goodness.
Thank you.
If only every kid could be like you. You're so sweet.
Thank you so much.
I would change freedom of thought. A lot of people, they don't really think freely. They think of really small boxes, so we end up in the same place we've been the whole time.
Right.
But if people thought really freely, then we'd have less judgmental people, less racist people, less offensive situations. I would change freedom of thought. I'd make sure people thought more freely for themselves.
Right. Well, thank you so much for that. Because you said that, I really thought deep into it. Yeah, I feel like there'll be much more positivity into the world instead of negativity.
Yeah.
Especially in the States.
You said it better than I could say it. Exactly like that. Especially in the States. Actually, the States is only one small part. It gets crazy around the world, even crazier. I'm sure in Paris, freedom of thought would be really nice and muchly needed in lots of places.
I would make everyone kind. I would take all the hatred in the world.
Wow. Yeah, there'll be a lot more positivity in the world.
That would be heaven, Be a lot better.
Yeah, no one would ever feel judged.
Never.
No one would ever feel any kind of negativity towards someone.
Exactly.
Oh, you overcame rejection in the beginning of your acting career. So how did your persistence and dedication help you overcome your obstacles?
Well, I think that life is just about continuing to move forward and perseverance and push forward, and you don't get anywhere without trying, or sometimes, you don't go in the front door, you go in the window, go in
Right.
the side door.
Yeah, I can definitely agree with that, and that's the same thing that happened in the beginning of my career. And I feel like dedication and persistence is extremely important to be successful.
And look at you now.
Thank you. So with Earth Day around the corner in April, I know that you are a huge advocate for animal awareness and animal rights. You are also a huge advocate to protect the environment.
Yeah.
So how do you feel you have been able to make a positive impact in the fashion world with a animal cruelty-free brand?
Thank you for telling everyone about that, because it's so important to make that connection between handbags and shoes and leather jackets. That is a dead animal. So at Stella, we don't kill any animals. We don't use their feathers. We don't use their fur. We don't use their skins. And it is a huge impact on the planet. They cut down hundreds and thousands of acres of rainforest just to graze cattle, which is every hamburger somebody is cutting down football, stadiums worth of trees in the Amazon rainforest. The amount of water that is used to feed the cattle before you eat the cattle, that can go to just growing grains, growing vegetables. It can be so much more sustainable. Not to mention that it's deeply cruel. So there's tons of chemicals. He's very bored. Look, he wants to go home. He's like, oh. Oh. I love that he's so bored. Okay, and there's tons of chemicals are used as well to tan the leathers of to make handbags, and that is very, very cancerous, really bad for the people that work with it and for the rivers and the water that it goes into. It's really harmful to the planet.
What are ways that you celebrate fashion with your style?
Oh, obviously fashion is expression. Right. And, one of the things I love to express is being cozy. and it, it reflects your moods, it reflects your emotions, how you feel, and I don't know. I like that I can express how I'm feeling outwardly with my fashion. I don't need to say anything.
Right. The thing that I love the most about fashion is because it's like, depending how I wake up that day, I can just kind of become a little different person, and I can just play dress up, and I think that's the thing that I love the most. So yeah, one day I want to be more masculine, the other way I can be more sexy, and the other ways I just want to look sporty. So that's just the fun of fashion. Like, you just don't have to define yourself. You can just keep evolving and changing, and yeah.
Yeah, that's the one thing I like about fashion too.
Yeah.
You don't really have to stick to one kind of style.
Exactly.
You get to change up every day. I mean, I like changing up my style every day.
You know what? It took me a long time to find my style because I was a very unconfident child. I was lacking of confidence, and then growing up, fashion was my thing. Was my thing to express my style, to express who I was. And since I was a shy kid, sometimes the words couldn't go out, but my clothes would say the thing for me. I was confident on the outside and very shy on the inside.
I think especially with fashion being one of the most polluters in the world, I think just really sometimes go and buy secondhand things and vintage things. I've been really tapping into that, and that's a way of saving the world a little bit. So that's been one of my favorite things to do lately. It's like vintage shopping.
Oh yeah. Well, there's a whole bunch of thrift stores by my house, so.
Really?
Yeah, I like vintage shopping too because you can find all kinds of cool stuff there.
Cool. Exactly. And fashion is so cycle. So right now we're seeing a revive of the 2000s. Right. So I was alive in the early 2000s, and I feel like, why did I get rid of all of these clothes that I could have used right now? All the low pants are coming back.
They're also very comfy as well. They keep you warm.
But they're giving me flashbacks from high school when everyone just used these, and I'm like, oh.
So I read online that your worst nightmare is being surrounded by a flock of pigeons. So I wanted to know, is that true?
Kind of. I think it's great if birds are out free. But when we're in a closed space, sharing a lot of closed space together, it kind of it's overwhelming for me. Not gonna lie, I'm not gonna front.
That's very interesting, to say the least. Well, I'm from New York, and in Brooklyn, pigeons are a New York City staple.
They really are.
Right, so I understand that sometimes they can get really annoying when they're pooping everywhere and they're just surrounding you, and it starts getting pretty overwhelming. Like, I feel that too. I just don't like it. I just don't like pigeons being all around me.
Yeah, I'm like, go over there. You don't need to be all up in this.
And then, like, they don't get scared, so they just stand there. Don't. They just stand there and don't care.
Yeah, it's so
They won't move.
They won't move. No, you're on their turf.
Exactly. Yeah, I definitely agree with you. And today I really want to express. Today I'm expressing. I feel very bubbly today. I feel very happy today.
That.
So.
I'm getting that from the pants.
Oh yeah, yeah, and you know, fashion is mostly all about expression, like you stated, and you don't even have to say anything.
Exactly.
Someone can know how you're feeling and how your mood is just by looking at your clothes.
Exactly, 1,000%.
Well, can you please share some words of motivation to everyone watching my show?
Keep doing what you're doing. Persevere, like we were just talking about. Make bold choices. Don't be afraid to be yourself and live your life.
You guys heard it from Miss Madelyn Cline. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
And until next time, jazzing out.
Jazzing out.
Well, can you please share some words of motivation to everyone watching my show?
Yes, I just want you all to have a good time, enjoy your life, care about people, treat others how you would like to be treated, and yeah, empathy. I think that's the move. The more you can get closer to that, the better everyone will be in the world.
Thank you so much, Miss Alba. Well, you guys heard it from Miss Alba herself, and until next time, jazzing out.
I guess if I could say one thing to folks like you and your age, it's just that life is long. Work hard, don't sweat the small stuff, and there's bigger things than what we see on our screens, so let loose, have fun, and have a good time. You're doing it. You got the stuff. I should be taking tips from you. I shouldn't be giving tips. I'll take them from you.
You might see Jazzy being so bold and confident, and I know sometimes you want to do it, you want to be like that, you want to be like her, and it's a work in time. Sometimes it's a natural like her, and sometimes you will go with time and you will be like me, 25 years old and finally confident and finally good in your own shoes. Take your time. And I'm going to say something like very Pinterest, very cheesy, but be yourself.
Can you please share some words of motivation to everyone watching my show?
You know, just be you, be kind, and just, you know, don't care about what other people think. Just you do you.
If you're watching the show, keep watching. If you're listening and you're in doubt and you need a source of encouragement, keep going. Everybody that got somewhere didn't start there the day that you saw them. They started 1,000, 100, 4,000 days before you first saw it. So if you need a little bit of inspo, keep going. Maybe I was supposed to say it to you and you needed to hear it today.
Well, thank you so much for that amazing advice. You guys heard it from Mr. St. John himself. And until next time, jazzing out.
Jazzing out.